Hello, everybody. I'm still your cousin Rogan. Um, I don't know why I look weird. I look a little weird. I'm not wearing my glasses. I'm lying on my back. I guess that's pulling my face into strange shapes. I don't know. I don't really have much anything to say. I just tend to stop being spiraling downward into depression if it's started because the camera's running. I've said this before. It's I often operate this way with actual people. That is to say, a friend or a roommate or a girlfriend or a family member walks into the room while I'm at a certain point in the depressive downslope. Uh, I'll perk up. I'll just cut it out and step up my game and get on my game and stop falling down or starting to fall down, if that makes sense. I mean, definitely have a histrionic streak in my personality, so that there are certain circumstances in which the opposite will happen. I'll be encouraged to act like a little bitch by the presence of somebody else, but more often and more reliably, it's the other way around. It'll snap me out of it. So I make these videos to snap me out of it. I don't have any reason to be depressed, really. I mean, I'm sickly. I've been working on a screenplay. Well, to relaunch myself as a professional screenwriter, the first thing I need to do is retype, touch up, and slightly redraft all of my unproduced scripts that are still commercially viable, that is not dead in the water due to attachments to other writers or production companies in ways that prevent them from being viable for somebody else to pick up and run with at this date. Which is most of them. I mean, there's a couple of scripts I've written in collaboration with people who are no longer my friends, like Jeremy. They can go out, try to find a place to get placed, and I'll worry, and anyone who's interested in the script will worry about Jeremy or whichever other fuckhead is involved I used to work with. When we get that far, I mean, there are one or two scripts attached to production companies. That's a little trickier. I have to leave those. But most of the scripts like that I've written, I've just thrown away. I mean, I've probably written 20 or 30 movies that I've just thrown the scripts away or lost them for this reason or that reason. Either they're not very good or they're attached to entities that are more complex than simply talking an individual around. At least one script I've written is hopelessly dated for complicated reasons. Can't be made into a movie now. That otherwise I would like to keep in the pile. But you need a portfolio, like a graphic artist, pile of scripts, demonstrate your talent, your grip on the form, your commitment to the trade and the craft. And that's what you send out to agents, managers, to find representation. Somebody whose official job is to show your script to other people whose official job is to look at your script. Screens on both sides. This is formally requisite, professionally requisite for complicated reasons that amount to there's people at the table who determine who's professional enough to sit at the fucking table, so that you don't end up with losers and psychos fucking your game up and wasting your fucking time as a filmmaker, as a writer. That's the story. So I've already retyped and readied one of my unsold scripts, Roger Zelazny adaptation to Road on Spec. I don't really mention anyone professionally. I don't have an agent to rep it. Conversation with George R. R. Martin about it once, actually. Which is a long story. But other than him, I don't think anybody in the business has heard it exist. One or two other friends who are screenwriters. Now I'm retyping and slightly rewriting a screenplay I wrote called The Demon Files for Jeremy Kasten to direct. This was supposed to be the follow-up to the Attic Expeditions. The losers who produced Attic Expeditions couldn't find anyone who would finance Demon Files as a follow-up. For what it's worth, the money was right. Insofar as letting Jeremy direct it and those guys produce it was ever concerned. It's a little bit out of their league. They'd been swinging out of their weight class for sure. Now, if this script were ever to sell to filmmakers worthy of developing and producing it, somebody could direct it, wrangle out splitting credit and pay with Jeremy probably. I did all the actual writing on it, but he was in the zone the whole time, like a director who was working on scripts with his writer. It really doesn't make sense that Jeremy ever quit speaking to me. It was just expedient to steal some money from me, and that was one of the producers. One of the guys named Dan. There's several producers named Dan. One of them was a thieving bastard, couldn't pass up the opportunity to steal from anyone, really. Anyone at all. You've seen Attic Expeditions. They claim they spent more than $1 million making that movie. Oh, I believe that. I was there, and so I've got a little bit of inside knowledge, and not enough to name names and specify numbers. That's because they knew better than to let me into the loop that far. Because I'm not a liar or a thief. For whatever that's worth, which, well, it isn't worth an extra payment. That's for sure. All right, apparently I'm more cheerful now. Is that all the telling tales out of class about my work as a screenwriter I have to do? Yeah, I guess so. Well, wanted to brag a little bit. I'm really good at screenwriting. I should do it more, because I'm really good at it. The movie business is kind of shot these days. Feature films aren't what they used to be, which is to say they're no longer the center of the storytelling culture in our language or the world, which makes them a less attractive field to play in for me. But it's technical work, and I'm really good at it, so I guess, it's a pain in the ass, though, retyping these scripts. Touching them up so they're a little bit easier to break down and shoot than the draft as it stands renders them. It's just, actually, this is in part, it's just not physically comfortable. See this keyboard laying here? That's the keyboard I'm typing on. You can see that the laptop there. That's the screen I got to do it on, and my eyes ain't great because I'm old, so I got to lean in close to look. And then I got to do the proofreading in a PDF so that I can zoom in because if it's a script writing software, you can't really zoom in because it has to be the width of the page or it isn't formatted right for even just fucking typing it. Other than that, it's fun and easy. Yeah, all right. I feel better now. I don't even know why I make these fucking videos, frankly.